The series before and after this scene, we see her use the voice with ease, and in a lot of ways, that is to kill anyone that she sees as in her way. The Dune prequel spin-off series, Dune Prophecy, has now ended with its 6 episodes, and now it's time to talk about everything that is this series that explores the origins of the Bene Gesserit in Dune. This is the first new project set within the same cinematic universe of the recent 2-part adaptation of the book, and it does cover familiar territory and imagery, but also touches on more of the unexplored elements of Frank Herbert's universe. The series started off with mostly the same content of what we saw in the films, but as it went on, it thankfully was able to carve its own path. The series' point, though, is to show the origins of the Sisterhood that we now know as the Bene Gesserit, and it draws from Brian Herbert's novel, Sisterhood of Dune, to help itself do that. The Sisterhood is full of lies and deceit, as is their leader, the ruthless Valia Harkonnen. Her family might not be exactly what they were when we first met them in the films, but the scenes with House Harkonnen and House Atreides, for that matter, show us how they got there. Actress Emily Watson does a fantastic job as the Mother Superior, who has let herself be consumed by her own hatred and hunger for power, and how that is affecting everyone around her, especially her younger sister, Tula. One of the things that I felt that Dune Part 2 missed out on was the world building of the Imperium, as it chose to focus on romance instead. Dune Prophecy does go deeper into how the Imperium works with the Landsraad and the Great Houses. The deadly game of politics and plotting against one another is brought to the forefront, especially with the strategies from the Sisterhood, the Emperor, the Empress, and the Rebellion. Speaking of the Rebellion, I understand that this storyline was there just to be written out with the reveal that the entire Rebellion is just a play from the Sisterhood, but I think they could have developed it a bit more to where it didn't seem overly simplistic, because it was easily the least developed out of all the subplots in the series. The entire story with Emperor Corino and his family drama was wrapped up very well, as we see just how much he has been manipulated by pretty much everyone around him. And the moment at the end where he draws his knife on Francesca and ends up killing himself to be free was awesome. The final main player in this web is Desmond Hart, the machine-enhanced warrior who wants the Sisterhood destroyed. And I will say this, as someone who watched most of the series of Vikings, it was great to see Travis Fimmel again, and his character was probably my favorite character from this series. Desmond has several great scenes, but I think my favorite is when he resists the voice from Valia. Throughout the series, before and after this scene, we see her use the voice with ease, and in a lot of ways, that is to kill anyone that she sees as in her way. And to see Desmond resist it and see the fear in Valia's eyes was a very powerful moment. This comes up later in one of the final sequences when Valia has to master her fear, and we see how Desmond survived the attack from the Sandworm. This is probably a foreshadowing of the later developed litany against fear. Season 1 of Dune Prophecy starts with the familiar but eventually finds its way into the new. The series has many plot lines, and most of them are able to be wrapped up nicely while still leaving room for future seasons. The most problematic plotline was the Rebellion arc, without a doubt. As one can tell, it was just put in the series to be written out, but needed more care either way. The performances from the cast were surprisingly good all around, with Emily Watson and Travis Fimmel being the standouts. The series certainly does have its flaws, but I believe it is a good start to the expanding on-screen Dune universe. Season 1 of Dune Prophecy gets an 8 out of 10. Hello everyone, welcome back to Movies with Michael. If you enjoyed this series review, you can show it by leaving a like on this video and comment down below what you think about this series. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or was it right there in between? You can tell me all that down below in the comments section. And please remember to subscribe to this channel and click the notification icon to be notified about my latest videos. That's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.